This means that community's backlash, the community's outrage, the community whatever, can and will impact how GGG treats a game, develops a game, or whatever. Hey guys, GGG just released this post that is called Changes to Act 3 Areas. And this post is a little bit reassuring because it means that they are somewhat listening, because they are actually reducing the size in the map areas in Act 3. Check this out. In our update post yesterday, we said we would be checking to see if there were any outliers in the area clear times during the campaign. Now that we have done the first pass of our assessment, we can talk about some of the changes that we are making to improve things. Our focus this time is on Act 3 areas, since this act has a somewhat overall longer completion time. The Drowned City. This area had a very large dead end that was intended to contain an entrance to an area that was temporarily cut to cheap early access. Unfortunately, this means that in the light version, this leads up to an inaccessible door with no checkpoint. We are removing that part of the level and the part that leads up to it, which will reduce the overall size of the area quite a lot. But more importantly, prevent the frustrating situation where you go to the wrong way and have to backtrack. This is really awesome. If you have played this zone, you know what they are talking about. But this also raises to me the question of, is that zone that is cut out going to make it again into the game when they actually can bring it back? Because they say it was temporarily cut out. Will they bring it back? Well, it was never there. Will they actually put it, or it is completely cut out of the game? And the other thing is that this was in Act 3. That means if they put back this zone into the game, then Act 3 is bigger and longer than what we have right now. People maybe will complain about that, but if it is something cool, people wouldn't complain. I don't know. Then they say, Exile, this area has exactly the same problem as the Drowned City, and we are doing exactly the same fix, but in addition has a second dead end where the entrance to the treasure vault is located in the present version of this area. We have removed that dead end as well. And I have the same question. Is that zone that was cut out temporarily will come back in the future? We don't know. The apex of field. This area is shaped like a large spiral, which was originally done because the boss arena had to be in the center to maintain continuity with the past version. If you have tried to kinda learn the zones to go fast, you know that the apex of field works like that. And I'll be honest, the Apex of Field is one of the zones that I didn't have a problem precisely because I knew where to go. But if you are just wandering around and knowing where to go, it is a really big fucked up zone, right? We are breaking that continuity to make the area smaller, which will make the area better overall. People with OCD with the time travel will say it doesn't make sense that the future has it one way and the past has it another way. This is fucked up. The Asak bug, all my homies hate the Asak bug. This zone is bullshit. This area is a large square that has extremely high variance in how long it takes to fight the boss, because the location of that boss is highly variable. We have changed this area to be more rectangular with the boss at the other end from where you start, which means that you can get to the boss more quickly without needing to explore the entire area, as well as making it somewhat smaller. This is a W. Now you just go there, right? You go in, you go to the opposite side, you get to the boss, you kill it, you go out, because this zone is bullshit. The infested barrens. This area primarily trips people up because it requires you to find a weapon to the waterways before you can continue on the chimeral wetlands if you want to be able to come back easily after finishing Yiquani's Sanctum. We are modifying the area to have a bottleneck requiring you to go past the entrance to the waterways near the start, meaning that there are less things you need to try to find in this area and cutting down this. I love this one because this is the one. You guys know that I am on record saying in the past that I don't mind the bigger areas. I am fine if people don't like the bigger areas. I am on board with these changes to make them cooler, right? But I didn't mind it. If I am going to list my top 5 or my top 10 issues with the games, I wouldn't put the bigger areas in there. I think there are other things that are more of a pain in the ass than this. But okay. But this is one that I really hated, because you have to really fucking go out of your way to pick that shit up. And it's fucked up. The jungle ruins. This area had a problem where it was often hard to identify the exit to the infested barrens from far enough away. We have made the entrance more clear and moved the checkpoint further so that you are more likely to see it. This area has also been made slightly smaller. Love it. Chimeral Wetlands. This area has some random variations that put the entrance to the Temple of the Chaos very far away from the entrance to the Machinarium, requiring a lot of backtracking. We are moving these two entrances closest together. I also love this change because this is also one of the ones that I disliked, that you need to pick up the Temple of Chaos at least in your first way, right? Not in cruel, but in your first way to actually make the trial of, do the Trial of Chaos to get your ascendancy. So having to go all around the map to find the entrance to the Temple of Chaos after you did every objective was a pain in the ass. So this is one that I really like. Yiquani's Machinarium. This area primarily takes extra time due to searching for soul cores. This is true. We have added an extra soul cores to reduce the average amount of time it takes to find them. This is a good change in the right direction, but I would think you put another one, put two soul cores. And another thing this area has, which again, it is not that big of a deal, but it is sometimes a pain in the ass. In this area, you know where you need to go because of that serpent-shaped long hallway that it is sometimes broken, but you can kind of follow it. You know that at the end of that is the entrance to the next zone, to the Yiquani's Sanctum, right? So it is not that bad of knowing where you need to go. But in that same zone, you have the Black Yo boss that you have to kill for 10% extra fire resistance, both in Act 3 normal and in Act 3 cruel. Finding the entrance to this boss is a pain in the ass, so you should make it easier to find. Even if I have the extra soul core, I still have to go looking for him. But okay, I will not be complaining they are doing shedding here. This area suffers from the same problem as Machinarium. We have added an extra soul core to this area as well to reduce the amount of time you need to search. Okay, this is a good change. And honestly, I didn't have any problem with the Yiquani's Sanctum because the soul core is always close to the generator. You go to both sides, you put the generator, and you go back to the middle. The only problem that I have with this song, honestly, is that the generators have a checkpoint and a checkpoint, right? Each generator has a checkpoint. But at the entrance of the zone, where there is a waypoint, there is no checkpoint there. So after you activate a fucking generator, you can take the checkpoint to go back to the start and go to the other generator, or if it is a second generator, go back to the start and fight the boss. No, you have to walk back. That was a problem, in my opinion, bigger than adding an extra soul core. Not bad that there is an extra soul core, but what I am saying should be like that because it is like that in the whole game, by the way, guys. I am not asking for something that is crazy. It is like that in the whole game. This is the only zone in the whole fucking game that doesn't have a fucking checkpoint at the entrance of the zone. Brother, look it up. I am not taking this out of my ass. Look it up. Yiquani's Sanctum is the only zone in the game that doesn't have a checkpoint in the entrance. Then you can't take the checkpoint to get back to fight the boss, which is stupid. General changes. We have also noticed that a common issue is doing a side area and then coming back to the main area and finding that it has been reset, making you need to clear it a second time. Yes, that happens a lot. And you know what people were doing to avoid that? Even me. We go into the zone, we pick up the waypoint, and we go back and clear the zone that we are actually doing, like doing every objective. So that didn't happen to us, right? We are doing some stupid shit for preventing this from happening, which is stupid. So we go through 2 loading screens really fast to avoid this. Like we go into the zone, we pick up the waypoint, and we go back again. So 2 loading screens. Now they are addressing this, which is fucking awesome. Making you need to clear it a second time. We have a more permanent solution in mind for this issue, but as a temporary improvement, we have increased the timeout time for areas with side areas of them. This should reduce how often you run into this issue. I have a question, and maybe I am stupid for asking it, but why do we need zones to restart? This is not that MMO. I am playing this mostly by myself, right? I know that there are people that party, but let's talk about playing by yourself. Why do I need the zone to restart? I can manually restart it if I need it, right? So why do I need it to restart automatically? Why is this automatically restart in the game? How does it benefit me? What purpose does it serve? Ask you this question. To me, it doesn't serve any purpose. Just a pain in the ass. If I went AFK to go to the bathroom or to do some bullshit, I come back, the sun is reset. And by the way, this happens in a lot of ways. If you take the portal to town and you AFK on town, your sun is fucked up. I believe it has happened to me even with the game fucking post. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it happened to me. So it is inconsistent, it is bullshit. I don't know why it exists. But hey, they are increasing it, right? So, okay. These changes should be deployed within the next few days. Of course, we will continue to monitor things and see if further changes are needed. To me, this is a W post, right? This is a W post, and I will explain to you why. Even though, as I said, this to me isn't even in the top 10 problems with the game, this means that community's backlash, the community's outrage, the community whatever, can and will impact how GGG treats a game, develops a game, or whatever. This means that they are somewhat at least listening, that they are receptive somewhat to what people are saying about the game. And that is a good sign. That is a good sign. That means they genuinely want to take the game to the correct place. They still have their vision, right? The meme, but still trying to make it enjoyable. Maybe they miss the mark. They reel it back. They are early access. This is a process. Let's see where it takes us. But I think this whole post is, of course, a step in the right direction, not only because of the game, but what it means philosophically for the development of the game. They are listening, right? Even if I personally, you guys know this, I like the patch. I am having fun with the patch. I was doing some self-reflecting. Maybe I am biased. I was having fun with the patch because I was having fun. Maybe crossbows are strong and I am having fun, and I was disregarding other people that were not having fun, maybe playing Amazon, maybe having a troubles going through the campaign. And since I was having fun, I was saying, no, the patch is awesome, but maybe it was not that awesome. I am self-reflecting in that because this much backlash has to mean something, right? And I have said this before, even when they are changing something to something that I don't agree with, if the majority of the player base does agree with that and it will make the game more successful, I am fine with them doing it, right? I am not a pussy that the game has to be exactly how I want it, right? So if the majority of the player base feels that the sun is are too big and they change it, hey, I will say, cool, great, awesome, even if this was not a problem to me, right? So a bit of a rant, a rambling, or in there doing a little bit of self-reflection because I am having fun with the patch. And a lot of people told me, you don't know what you're talking about, the patch sucks dick or whatever. And so I am trying to, maybe the patch sucks and I didn't see it because I am having fun. I don't know. But hey, overall, this is a W. They are listening. Let's see what else they come up with. And let's hope this hits the game sooner rather than later. Let me know everything that you think in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are fucking awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride.